What's your leadership mantra? How do you implement this in your day-to-day operations?
My leadership mantra would be making the most uncomfortable person in the room comfortable. I learned that a long time ago. I was at a diversity training, and at that training there was an activity that they did where everyone came in the room and put stuff. They wrote were writing like things they've heard, and as part of that training process. And remember sitting there watching people go around the board being pushed to write things down about the different groups of people. And growing up, I grew up in a very diverse, interesting restaurant business life. It was an amazing childhood that I saw a lot of diversity. I saw a lot of love. And then sitting in this room, I'm like, this is silly. Why are we doing this? And then as I watched the room kind of giggle and then the energy just get taken out as people realized what other people were writing. It was interesting. I sat there and the proctor said, hey, close your eyes and picture a time you felt like you didn't fit in. And I remember closing my eyes, went back in like high school, and then he said, how did you feel? How were you productive? Was it on your mind? And I remember thinking it was all that was on my mind, right? When the issue occurred, when I felt like I was being bullied. And I remember like diversity and inclusion is not really about, like for me, it was at that moment, I'm like, the thought came in, leadership is really about making the most uncomfortable person in the room comfortable, because when they're comfortable, right, they're more dynamic, they're more creative, they're more engaged, they care, we're in the service business. And so service is truly about putting yourself second and putting everybody else first. And so when you're comfortable and you feel valued and you have trust, those things just happen naturally. So I think that's, if I had to say that, like what the mantra is, that clearly is just taking care of people, caring for people, putting yourself second. And then when you do that, people feel comfortable, and then they're honest and they're open and they share and they tell you things they wouldn't otherwise say. And then you, with that information, armed with that information, you can use it and you can make the team better, you can make performance better. And so it's a simple philosophy, but I think it's meaningful.
This is so important in putting together a great team that wants to be on a team. We don't have sharp elbows in our office, but we have a relentless desire to do great work. And so we are really working hard together. And so my style as a leader is to really build great teams and put great teams together and go into battle and be right there with them. I'm a hands-on, connected leader to the organization. I feel, I need to feel what's happening in order to lead the team. So I try to roll up my sleeves and get in the trenches and help everybody succeed.
I believe leaders have to be continuously curious. Curiosity drives lifelong learning into things that are happening now in the marketplace. I think one of the biggest risks we have to leadership and to collaboration with our teams and growing them is not being aware of what's changing. And sometimes, frankly, as long as we've all been doing this, we can get caught up in our own beliefs that we know exactly what's best. So being continuously curious drives a belief that you've got to always be learning and never thinking that you know all the right answers, which creates an environment where you bring collaboration together. So for me, curiosity is key.
My leadership mantra is two-part. The first is know yourself. And I don't think that you can be a good leader without really understanding yourself and why you're leading and what your vision is and where that's coming from. The second part is definitely two-way communication. With any team, the work that needs to be done is collaborative. And so when you're leading a team, you need to be able to communicate a vision clearly, but then it's not just top down. People are a gift. Everybody has different talents. Everybody's bringing something different from the team, and it's important to be getting feedback from them in real time all the time. And you're going to be navigating all different obstacles along the way. And so having that two-way communication is key to leading.
At Ambridge Hospitality, we truly believe that together we create a place to succeed, a place to grow, and a place to belong. And we just exemplified that in Las Vegas just most recently at our Ambridge Summit Live, where we had over 3,000 of our associates together. And when we do that, not only the sense of bonding that was created and the relationships that are created, but having everyone align around the same vision and talk about a sense of belonging. When we bring everybody together, it is powerful.